You're watching Dr. Guitar, show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm showing you a great amplifier made by Mesa Boogie. It's the Mesa Boogie 550. It's a 50 watt or a 5 watt amp. So it's great to use in the studio if you want it quiet as a 5 watt amp, but it's a really great amp for live playing with a drummer and in a big stage because it has a lot of power. But Mesa Boogie style, it has basically 4 amps inside of the same amp, and you can select between 2, which is incredible. So let me show you how it works. First channel, you have either clean or crunch. Second channel, you have blues or burn. Basically, it's 4 different preamps, 4 different vibes of preamp in the same amp. I'm playing clean. Oh, and you also have the contour knob, which basically is the EQ shape. The more you turn it right, it becomes as a V-shaped curve. The more you turn it left, it's less of that pronounce, so it's more linear. And you can foot switch it here with the contour. You can select it, or you can address it to be always on, always off, or foot switchable, which is super. Then a great reverb for each channel. Bass, treble, mid, regular thing, master volume, and the preamps sound really different. Let's take a look to the first preamp. I'm using the clean channel, which is kind of a deluxe reverb vibe, a Fendery vibe. And it's really loud. You see the master is basically at minimum. We can crank it and it sounds a little more woomphier, like a deluxe reverb. But it is great because you can control the volume of a cranked amp. So you can have a spanky compressing deluxe reverb tone at a low volume or a very high volume. Then on this channel, if we choose crunch, it gets a little crunchier but way quiet. And the EQ changes completely. So basically, you have to EQ it in a different way. Since these modes are not foot switchable, basically means that you select first channel either as a crunchy channel or as a clean, bold, Fendery channel. So this is a way more mid-rangey, beefier channel, and I can really tailor it with the guitar volume. So this is that on the edge of breakup crunchy, but it can go really high. But let me just show you before I change the gain setting. So this is it. Let me show you how the contour sounds when engaged. So it almost always makes it sound better, or at least feel better. That's why the Mesa Boogie EQ curve, the graphic EQ on the amps, were so famous, because it gives you that extra feel, and you can have it either to, like for example, using a Les Paul guitar to make it less mid-rangey and then be more compatible with a Strat or with a Tele, or to just give it that scooped sound, but really big low end and really interesting low and high. So for example, if I use the clean channel as I use the first tone, let's contour it. It basically gets a lot more bass instead of to me it's a Fender version of the sound. So you have your first channel. Let's move to the second channel, and you can switch it via the foot switch, or you can also switch it here. Second channel, you have blues and burn. Blues is kind of where the crunch channel stopped. Contour. To me, it always almost makes it sound better. Let's crank the gain. And then the burn channel is an even louder gain structure. Let me switch to the Les Paul so you can hear it with an humbucker guitar. So just alone, just the contour thing alone, it's an incredible studio tool, because immediately if you're playing something like I was playing heavier, doubling guitars, recording 2 guitars so it's bigger and fat, you can use one with the contour and one without the contour. Now we'll overlap the guitars and you will listen to it in stereo, one to each side. And you hear how they combine really well, because one is mid-rangey as hell without the contour. With a contour. So it almost sounds like 2 completely different amps. This is incredible. And still, we have the 5-watt thing, which we can change the amp on the back to be a 5 or a 50. Let's change it for a 5-watt. So this is the amp at 5. $50. This is 50 with the master at minimum possible. You can still go to clean channel with a little reverb. And the VQ functions really well. If you really noticed on the right, I bought a head. Basically, I traded in for my Super Okili. I traded that head, and I love the head. And when I found the combo, I had to have a combo because this is way more practical. I just wish the amp had tremolo, tube tremolo. That would be perfect. But still, with a great reverb. This can go like a little on the dirtier side, and then we can go to the blues channel for a little more gain. This can be it, and then a little more drive. This is that kind of clean that is compressing, but it's still clean. It's not mushy at all. And with a flick of a switch, we can go for a more rockier tone. You can do the Led Zeppelin thing. I'm just cleaning the volume on the neck pickup, using my neck pickup as a clean, the bridge as a solo. So super great amp. Love it. As I usually love Mesa Boogie. I am really identified with the brand. That's it, my friends. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you enjoy the show. If you haven't done it yet, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving the thumbs up and sharing it with the world. It helps you to promote and to share the video to other people. If you want to help the channel a little more and you like what I'm doing here, please consider also becoming a patron. That really helps. And with that said, I have to thank my dear patrons for supporting the show. You guys are spectacular. You just go to the link to patreon.com and you follow my page and you decide whatever you want to support the channel with. I also have a brand new website, Guedes.com. So you can go and see whatever I'm playing. Every new episode is up there. All my information is there. Some gear that I'm using, etc., etc. So you can use it there. I'm also offering some guitar lessons online, one-to-one. So you can have guitar lessons with me directly via Zoom, Google Teams, whatever. Any platform, any streaming platform. And we can chat. So if you're interested, just send me an email or a direct message via Facebook or Instagram and we'll deal with it from there. Thank you so much. You guys rock. See you next time.